All right, really quick, I want to go over what I've been doing. This is an Invoker Monk, and this is very unique. And this is proof that you can do anything that you want in this game. There's really no limit. And people get like really tied to melee being horrible or slow to level up, or maybe they don't like their Sorc or they don't like their Invoker Monk leveling. And this character is a Sorc. And I have a quarterstaff with full physical damage, lightning damage, the whole nine. I didn't get a roll for elemental damage on this one, unfortunately, but it's very good still. 442 physical damage on this. And I'm rocking it with the Hands of Wisdom that gives us 1 to 10 lightning damage per 10 intelligence, which I'm already a Sorc, so I already have a ton of intelligence. And then we're rocking this ring here, chilling your enemies, hits and shatters them as though they're frozen. Really cool. My chest piece is incredible. Got a ton of energy shield, got some spirit, got intelligence, got life regeneration. The only thing that would make this better is maybe some resistances. But I'm not going to be too picky at this stage. I think this next piece I'm going to talk about is going to help. And that is my helmet. 60% increased rarity of items found. It's crazy. So I'm not picky about not having the best gear, because I'm sure I will soon. We've got boots with rarity, 30%. We got resistances on our belt. Belt's really solid, really solid. Our ring has some really good resistances. I got lightning, I got cold, a little bit of fire. I would love to not have cold damage on this. Or fire damage really, but I would like physical or lightning damage, but this has what I need for now. I think this is good enough. But this setup that I'm running, I'm gonna show you the passive tree. It's gonna be a little bit of an eyesore, but look at this. I started off as a Sorc, and I went all the way around. I got some really good passive nodes for lightning here. 2% increased lightning damage per 10 intelligence on top of the gloves I have that give me 1 to 10 lightning damage. We have 60% increased maximum energy shield. I take this side here just to get the extra gems, jewels, and take a little bit of cold damage and freeze build up here. Excuse me. And then I go directly into the monk skills. And why the monk skills are so important is I really needed attack speed, and I really needed 5% of damage as extra lightning damage and 5% as extra cold damage. Excuse me. And then also right through this side here, +2 maximum power charges, which I'm going to talk about in a second, power charges, and then 15% more maximum lightning damage. More is multiplicative. So this node, including like with my gloves and what I took on the other Sorc side with the lightning damage, is insane. Now you might be saying, before we get into the power charges, you might be saying, well, what about the ascendancy? I've got the craziest nodes here possible. Sorc lightning elemental Sorc has Heart of the Storm, 40% elemental damage taken recouped as energy shield. Which means with how much shield I have, 4,500 right now, I'm gonna be unkillable. Absolutely unkillable. And for the power charges, because I'm a Sorc, you may be thinking, well, you wouldn't be able to get power charges as a Sorc. Well, actually I can, because my skill gems give me access to Grim Feast. Not Grim Feast, excuse me. Wrong skill. We're gonna talk about that in a minute. Combat Frenzy. Combat Frenzy gives me Frenzy Charge. And then I have a node here on the passive tree that will give me power charges. Frenzy charges it's a power charges. So as I'm spamming my ability, and all I have to do is freeze or shock an enemy with this crazy attack speed that I have. and we're here. On top of the 40% energy shield with my 4500, I also have a skill gem, which I mentioned on accident, but Grim Feast. It feeds you a corpse as you kill enemies. You have to pick up these power charges or energy shield glowing things that give you extra energy shield. And what's so crazy about this is that I already have so much energy shield, and I'm going to be converting the damage that I receive as my energy shield. So the energy shield numbers are going to be absolutely stupid. I'm going to be unkillable. Now my damage isn't the best yet. I got 8,900 on my main skill. Tempest Bell is lackluster, but it hits. Okay, I'm telling you, it hits. And everything else I'm doing, I'm using Frostwall right now for my freeze. It's just very reliable way of freezing. And as a Sorc, if you've ever played any Sorc skills or used Frostwall, you know it's hard to let go because it's such a good skill. It's so reliable. I know that there's a frost skill for the invoker, and I have it here, and it's good. It has a ton of freeze buildup. I'm gonna pull it up here. Has a ton of freeze buildup. But if you have ever used, it's called Wave of Frost. If you have ever used Ice Wall before, and I have a skill with Ice Wall that makes it mimic the skill, or it casts an extra skill every time I use it. When I shatter that with just a mace swing, so I cast a Frost Wall, and then I just hit it, everything around that area is frozen by those hits. Those shockwaves, every time I hit, freezes instantly. So it's just so reliable. On top of excuse me, the utility I get out of it. What enemy is getting through this? And if they do get through it, they're just gonna freeze themselves. So without me having to do anything. So the skill is just very reliable, and I'm sticking with it for now. I may not need any type of freeze at all later when my shock is more reliable. If I'm just shocking everything, I just don't need to freeze at all. Which is sad because I like to freeze. Again, if you play Sorc skills, those freeze stuff is just so much fun. So much fun. But we can get into some gameplay. I'm gonna clip this up and put it on YouTube and TikTok. But if anybody follows or watches these, man, I appreciate y'all, man. TikTok videos are getting some really good feedback, so appreciate everybody. Okay, really quick, I want to explain some extra skills I forgot to mention. We are using Herald of Thunder and Herald of Ice, and the reason for that is because we are doing cold damage. So everything you're gonna see on the screen pretty soon, everything just explodes. And Herald of Thunder does give us shock damage, but it does a massive amount of damage to everything in the area. We're using Tempest Fury to just continuously hammer these boys. And Tempest Fury, I understand that there are other skills that are much faster to use. There's one other skill that's much faster to use, but Tempest Fury is just so reliable, and that's what we want. On top of that, it's very fun. I mean, you're gonna see me face this boss monster later. There's nothing he can do. Like, I just constantly just keep hitting him. So it's a really cool skill. We're gonna have some fun with this. Here we go. Okay. Let's see. All right. We got to pick up power charges as we walk through, or these shield charges as we walk through. You'll see I have 5,000 shield now. Okay, I'm gonna need to freeze pretty soon to get some more power charges. Okay. Whoops. All right, now that's what I'm talking about with that wall. It's so reliable for freezing enemies. As long as I can aim it right, like you saw. Everything else is just gonna die. And as our damage grows, because I focus so much on defense early, you see that ice wall just shattering everything, man. It's crazy. I have 6,000 energy shield right now. I don't know if there's anything that can kill me. I don't think so. I hate poison though. I just, oh my god, I hate poison. It's so irritating. One thing that's different coming from a Sorc is having to watch my power charges. Okay. Even though poison does an absolutely stupid amount of damage, it still can't kill me. Whoa. Okay. Let's back off a little bit. Reset. Let's get our energy shield back. Okay. Gonna freeze him just to get an extra power charge just in case. And, okay, there's a rare monster. I'm gonna lay down some extra just in case here. Power charge going. Let's use a bell. Okay. He's done. He's finished. Probably another 10 levels. I'll have so much shock chance. I'll just shock everything all the time. But why not freeze? Like, why not? It's so crazy. The skill is just so useful. And I can use the monk one, but it's not as good. It's not as good as he's got a little bit of a wind up when he goes into the skill. So it's not instant. And as you can see, I have no issue gaining power charges. I absolutely have no issue ever getting a power charge. If I feel like I get close to the end of my timer, I just go ahead and use an ice wall. Boss fight, boys. You know, we're starting with the ice wall. Ice wall, ice wall, give me a power charge. Okay. Now our job after that is just to delete everything. Look at this boy. He can't even do anything. Ha ha. We're here. That's it, boys. Invoker Monk Sorc combination. This is Big Dog Gamer, man. The I is a 1 on TikTok and YouTube. The I is an L on Twitch. Appreciate y'all boys, man.